Hello, beta. Till my previous class, we completed the reactivity of 15th group element with a hydrogen, with a metal, with the atmospheric air to form, and with the halogen. Now we'll see the compound formed by this element. Let us say the first element of the 15 group is had this nitrogen. So we'll talk about the dinitrogen. But the same thing is given in our NCERT also. That is a dinitrogen formation of this N2 molecule, right? But how this N2 molecule can be prepared in the lab, how this N2 can be prepared industrially or commercially. So we can say by fractional distillation of air, by the liquefaction and fractional distillation of air, it gives the N2. Means the first one I want to talk about, sir, commercial method to prepare N2 is what? So you should say beta liquefaction and a fractional distillation of air. Liquefaction and fractional distillation of air. But a liquefaction and fractional distillation of air, what it gives rise to beta? It gives rise to N2 gas. It is a commercial method of preparation of the N2. That is industrially it can be prepared in this way. So this N2, if it is exists in the liquid form, that means this liquid N2, it must have its boiling point. The boiling point of the liquid N2 will be 90 Kelvin. But a very important, please remember the point of liquid N2 ki boiling point is what, right? But the liquid N2, actual way it is a 72.2 Kelvin will be there. It will distill out first, leaving behind the liquid oxygen. So I should say, if I will talk about the liquid oxygen and liquid nitrogen, beta, the boiling point of oxygen will be greater than nitrogen. So I should say oxygen should be a 90 Kelvin, but nitrogen should be a 77.2 Kelvin. Sorry, beta, here oxygen ki boiling point will be greater than the boiling point of this one, what you can say N2. N2 becomes 77.2 and oxygen become what? 90 Kelvin. So while taking out this nitrogen, it will leave behind the liquid oxygen whose boiling point is this one. Commercial method, beta. Second one is some lab method also there. So with this lab method, we are able to prepare N2 gas. How? See, beta, aqueous solution of the salt, ammonium chloride. It is on combining with the nitrate, sodium nitrate, beta, NaNO3. It is also in the form of a aqueous medium. Did you saw beta? N and N together will form the N2 gas. Yes, we'll first one will get as a N2, then water as a liquid water. Left one is what beta with you? That is a chloride and Na. So it will form here as a NaCl. You can balance it by putting here 2 moles of water, 1 mole of NaCl, 1 mole of N2 gas. Everything was balanced here. So ammonium chloride, aqueous form of ammonium chloride, on treated with the aqueous NaNO3, and it liberate the gas called as a nitrogen gas, leaving behind the NaCl. It is in the aqueous form of the NaCl in the water. But it is a method of preparation of N2 by lab method. So in lab, we are able to prepare N2 by this method. One more. But during the preparation of these one, in this reaction, there is a possibility to form small amount of NO and HNO3 may form. In this case, we may get a small amount of NO and HNO3 may be possibility to get here. That means what we can say, the obtained N2 gas is a pure form? No, sir. It may have some impurities like NO and HNO3. But how these impurities can be removed? So I should say these impurities can be removed by passing the gas through aqueous sulfuric acid solution containing K2Cr2O7. So I should write now impurities can be removed by passing these gas this gas through sulfuric acid, है ना बेटा? By passing this solution or this gas, we can say this can be passing through sulfuric acid solution. By passing through sulfuric acid solution containing K2Cr2O7. Now, whatever the impurities are there, like NO, HNO3, can be adsorbed by dichromate and acid solution. And now we got the N2 gas. It is a free from all the impurity and called as a pure gas. So what we can say, beta, lab is not the suggestible method to prepare the N2 pure N2 gas. But with the lab, we are able to prepare the N2 gas, which may have some impurity, which can be removed by passing it through aqueous solution of sulfuric acid, or we can say by passing it through a acidified solution of potassium dichromate. K2Cr2 solution is there, but how it is, beta? Acidified. It will remove all the impurities here, adsorb all the impurities, leaving behind the pure N2 gas, right? One more lab method is there, that is a thermal decomposition of the ammonium dichromate. One more lab method is there, beta, after this one. But a thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate. Directly I'll write here. This is the ammonium and this one is the dichromate. On heating has a tendency to liberate the N2 gas. By liberating beta vapor of water, the byproduct is what? Chromium. The oxide of chromium is what? It should be Cr2O3. 4 into 2, 8. Make it 4 mole. Chromium, oxygen, 7. Everything balance. Right? So we got still here, we got here the N2 gas. But this is also not the pure N2 gas, right? But the third method to get a pure N2 gas, how we can get the pure N2 gas? Sir, by thermal decomposition of azide. By thermal decomposition of azide. But azide, which azide? Let us say sodium or barium azide. Sodium or barium azide. But how this sodium or barium azide look like? Let us say N3 azide means it should be a N3 negative. This is a azide ion. Barium means Ba plus 2, N3 minus. Crisscross you do. I got Ba, then N3 taken 2 times. Called as a barium azide. But a barium azide, if you heat it, what it gives? It gives the barium 3 into 2, 6 N2 gas. You know this obtained N2 gas is a pure nitrogen gas. So among all, beta, this is the only method that can give a pure N2 gas by the thermal decomposition of azide of sodium or a barium. Right? Chalo, note down up to here. Take a screenshot, beta. I'll go with the properties of N2 now. Right? So properties of nitrogen gas. But how the nitrogen gas is? Sir, I should say it is a colorless, but no color, no odor, tasteless. Sir, it is a non-toxic gas. So it is a colorless, odorless, tasteless, non-toxic gas, right? We can say it has low solubility in water. But a nitrogen gas has a low solubility in water, low freezing and low boiling point. We know nitrogen will be inert at room temperature. But a inert means unreactive. It will be inert at room temperature. But why it will be inert at room temperature, you know? Because of high bond dissociation enthalpy. Because of high bond dissociation enthalpy, N triple bond ion 941.4 kJ per mole. Right, sir? Reactivity of nitrogen increases by increase in temperature. हाँ बेटा, if you increase its temperature, its reactivity will increase. For example, nitrogen on combining with a metal, sir, they form ionic nitride, and nitrogen on combining with a non-metal, but they can form a covalent nitride. But obviously it will form the nitride only, no doubt better. One can form the covalent, one can form the ionic, depends on reacting with what. For example, lithium on combining with a nitrogen, but it form lithium nitride, and another one is magnesium on combining with a nitrogen, so it form Mg3N2. So on heating this metal like a lithium and magnesium, they have a tendency to form, it's a nitride, right? These are the formation of a nitride will be there. But again, one more property we can say about the nitrogen. What is that, sir? Sir, nitrogen gas on combining with a hydrogen gas, it has a tendency to form the vapors of ammonia. Delta H is equal to minus 46.1 kg. Exothermic na beta. Haber's process to prepare the ammonia. Yeah, minus 46.1 kJ per mole. Reaction is a exothermic and it is a method to prepare the ammonia by Haber's process. So it is a Haber's process to prepare the ammonia. It will attain the equilibrium at 773 Kelvin by adding the catalyst and all what we learn in the first year. Same part is there. Next one is beta N2 can combine with the oxygen at very high temperature. One more is there. Sir, N2 can combine with the oxygen at very high temperature, beta, nearly 2000 Kelvin. And now it has a tendency to form its oxide called as a 2NO gas to form nitric oxide. Right, beta? Note down. Uses of ammonia or uses of nitrogen, we can say. But among all, we prepare the N2 gas, and preparation of very pure N2 gas can be only done by the thermal decomposition of metal azide. But which metal? Barium and sodium. I think we saw the example of barium. Na? We'll see the one more example of sodium also. But sodium ki valency +1, azide ki valency -1. But make it 2 on heating, it will form 2 moles of sodium and it will form 3 moles of N2 gas. Sir, it is a very pure N2 gas obtained by the decomposition of sodium azide. So sodium azide on thermally decomposes liberate the N2 gas, right? Chalo, note down this one. But a second compound of this one will go. Now, the compound made by the nitrogen is what? Ammonia. Now, we'll see the preparation properties of the ammonia and reactions of the ammonia, what they given in the NCERT. Second compound formed by nitrogen is the ammonia. Right, beta? NH3. Right, where it will be present and all. So we know that but a nitrogen or ammonia is present in small quantities in air as well as in the soil, where it is formed by the thermal decomposition of the nitrogenous organic matter like urea. So I can say beta ammonia is present in small quantity in air and soil. Is present in how small quantity where beta in air and in soil. But it will be present in small quantity where, sir? It is present in small quantity in air as well as in the soil. But how it is formed in the soil? You know, sir, it is formed in the soil by the decay of nitrogenous organic matter. So NH3 is formed in the soil by decaying of nitrogenous organic matter. But what is a nitrogenous organic matter? Is there, you know, urea. So what is the formula of urea, beta? Yeah, NH2CO NH2. Sir, this is called as a urea. Correct, beta? This is called as a what? Urea. It undergoes hydrolysis, addition of water. It will form the addition compound called ammonium carbonate. Form the ammonium carbonate. But ammonium carbonate which is obtained here, it has a tendency to liberate the gas of ammonia. Remaining is what? Carbonic acid. But carbonic acid never exists in the form of H2CO3. It will decompose to form the water and CO2, and we got the ammonia. It is a one method. But a second method to prepare ammonia on small scale or in the lab on treating the salt. What is that? But ammonium chloride can be treated with the calcium hydroxide and it will form here as a vapor of ammonia. Remaining is what? Beta? CaCl2 and water. Very good. Calcium and chlorine, CaCl2, and remaining byproduct is a water. One more method is there, beta? Reaction of the ammonium sulfate with the NaOH. Ammonium sulfate with a NaOH. Beta, it liberate ammonia gas. Remaining is what? Sodium sulfate. What is that, beta? Na2SO4. And byproduct is a water. See, in a small quantity, this ammonia gas can also be obtained by treating the alkali with the salt like ammonium chloride or ammonium sulfate. But on large scale, this is called as a commercial method or this is called as a industrial method to prepare the ammonia gas. How? Sir, it can be prepared only by Haber's process. Sir, in the Haber's process, what they will do? N2 gas on combining with H2 gas and it gives rise to 2 moles of ammonia gas, delta H equal to minus 46.1 kJ per mole. Then apply the Le-Chatelier principle over it. How would I apply the Le-Chatelier principle over it? What is this? All the gases reaction. See, exothermic reaction is there, na? So I should write here. Exothermic reactions means it must occur at low temperature. But you know that no reaction can favor at low temperature. To maintain the beta optimum temperature. Beta, according to Le-Chatelier, what we learned that all exothermic reaction must occur at low temperature. But these are the gases reactant na beta. At low temperature, they cannot combine. So gases reactions, if it is the gases reaction, then instead of low, we have to maintain the optimum temperature. Right? Second one, 773 Kelvin beta, nearly of that. But here it increased that it is a 1 volume, it is a 3 volume. Total what is that, sir? 4 volume, and it gives rise to how many? 2 volume. Again, according to Le-Chatelier principle, beta, formation of product will occur by decrease in volume. So it must occur at high pressure. It must occur at high pressure. And the high pressure they are given in the NCERT is nearly 200 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals. Right, beta? That is a pressure given in the NCERT. Or we can say 200 atmospheric pressure. right? It is about this one. Now, the reactions can occur in presence of a catalyst. The catalyst should be a iron powdered. To increase the activity of the catalyst, I should use the promoter, and the promoter should be the molybdenum. But in some book or in our NCERT also they are written here, the use of a catalyst such as iron oxide with a small quantity of K2O and Al2O3 will also increase the rate of attainment of equilibrium. That is a method to prepare ammonia by Haber's process. Please make a note of this one, beta, or take a screenshot of this one. Now we'll see properties of ammonia. So it has a tendency to form the hydrogen bonding. That is a unique property shown by the ammonia. Right, beta? So we'll see now properties of ammonia. But how the ammonia gas is? Sir, it is a colorless gas with a pungent odor. Colorless gas with pungent odor. About the NH3, it's a freezing point and it's a boiling point. But no need to buy it, but given in the book I'm writing here 198.4 Kelvin and 239.7 Kelvin. That is the freezing point and boiling point of the ammonia. But in solid state of the ammonia or liquid state of the ammonia, it has a tendency to form, or it is associated with the hydrogen bond as in case of water, and that is the only account for having a higher melting point and the boiling point for the ammonia. So I should write here, but due to tendency of NH3, but due to formation of hydrogen bonding, or we can say due to presence of hydrogen bond in ammonia, it has high boiling point and the melting point. Means compared to other compound, it is having exceptionally high melting point and boiling point, right? But ammonia molecule, how it look like? Means third one, fourth one, but ammonia, nitrogen having one lone pair, nitrogen atom undergo sp3 hybridization. That means geometry of the molecule is a tetrahedral, but due to presence of one lone pair, geometry changes to shape and shape become a pyramidal. So bond angle we are getting only based on shape, that is a 107 degree. That is a bond angle of the ammonia molecule, right? But now if the ammonia gas, we know that point number 4 ke baad point number 5 beta, this ammonia gas when you are going to make to dissolve in the water, it is highly soluble in water. Sir, ammonia is highly soluble in water. That means when we are going to dissolve the ammonia in the water, it will form basic solution. So its aqueous solution is weakly basic. So its aqueous solution is weakly basic in nature. It is weakly basic in nature. Why it is weakly basic in nature? Due to formation of OH minus ion. We'll write the reaction here. Sir, this is the NH3 plus it is the water dissolved to form what beta? NH3, it gives rise to H plus to form ammonium ion. It is in aqueous medium and formation of OH minus ion. But it indicates that it is a weakly basic in nature. Is it clear? So write down. But a NH3 is a base. When you are going to make it to react with the acid, it forms the salt. Ammonia plus acid, it gives rise to salt. Chalo, we'll write beta one example. HCl is the acid. Hana beta, HCl is the acid. H2SO4 is the acid. But what is the salt formed by the NH3 plus HCl? Yeah, NH4Cl is a salt. But ammonium ion, I mean ammonia plus sulfuric acid, what it can form? But it can form as a ammonium sulfate. So ammonia on reacting with the acid to form it's a salt, right? Now, but these as a weak base, this ammonia has a tendency or it will precipitate the hydroxide of many metals, precipitate the hydroxide of many metals from their salt solution. But ammonia will precipitate the hydroxide of many metals from their salt solution. Example, salt solution of zinc you take beta. It is a salt solution of zinc sulfate. Now, ammonia on dissolving in the water has a tendency to form weak base beta. So this is a weak base I am going to add. It is a salt solution of zinc. It is a weak base of ammonia, that is the NH4OH. Beta, it will precipitate this metal sulfate into metal hydroxide. What is that? ZnOH taken twice. How many OH is here? 1. How many we got? 2. Make it 2. Ammonium 2, sulfate 2. We got the salt outside. NH4 taken twice SO4. Is it clear? But one more. Salt of metal Fe. But hydrox, that is a basic solution means ammonium hydroxide. But Fe, salt of Fe on combining with ammonium hydroxide, it will form its oxide. What is oxide beta? Fe2O3 dot XS2. See, iron oxide went off beta. Ammonium and chlorine left with you, and it formed the salt called as a ammonium chloride. So ammonia will precipitate the ammonia and actually aqueous solution of ammonia is better to write beta. What is that? Aqueous solution of ammonia will precipitate the hydroxide of many metals. See, I'm getting the PPT of zinc hydroxide, PPT of iron oxide from their salt solution on combining with a weak base. But what is the color of this one? Sir, it is the brown precipitate. And what is the color of zinc hydroxide? Beta, zinc hydroxide. Sir, it is the white precipitate. Right? Please take a note of this one. But point number 8, ammonia has a tendency, to form complexes. And these complexes finds application on detection of many metal ions. What is a metal ion beta? Copper plus ion, silver ion, Cu plus 2, Ag plus 1. So detection of these ions can be done with the help of the complexes formed by the ammonia. So I'll tell you beta. It is salt solution of Cu plus 2, which is a blue in color. Right? I'm using the ammonia molecule. So it required 4 moles of ammonia and has a tendency to form the complexes. What is that? Sir, Cu ammonia taken 4 times, square bracket, plus of 2, plus of 2. it formed the coordination sphere. And what is the color? Initially blue na beta. Now it become a deep blue color. Formation of deep blue color from this blue color indicate that the metal atom must be a copper. Hana beta Cu plus 2 formation over. Next one, silver ion. It is in AQ form. How it look like, sir? It is a colorless beta. Salt of this does not have any color. Especially we are using AgCl beta. That is a white precipitate. I'm using the chloride ion over it. So it will form the precipitate. What is that? Sir, AgCl as a solid, it will form the precipitate. The first one, formation of precipitate. But these obtained precipitate now, AgCl, which is in the solid form, it will combine with the 2 moles of ammonia. It is in the aqueous form, beta, and form the complex compound. The Ag, then this ammonia taken 2 times and Cl came outside. But this formation of the complexes is a what? Is a colorless complexes, indicate that the metal should be a silver. So this is a one example, and this is the other example which helps to detect the presence of the ions in the complexes. Or good. Compound formed by the nitrogen N2. Compound formed by the nitrogen is ammonia. But a compound formed by the nitrogen is there oxides. And in our NCERT, beta, big table is there for the oxide. I will request everyone, please by heart that table perfectly, because in even exam also, we are getting the question based on the oxides. Anyhow, they won't ask the structures and all, but they will ask the property. What is that? Either acidic in nature, neutral in nature, or what is the acidic oxides? What are the basic oxide? What is a neutral oxide? How the gas is, either it is a colorless and all. So that part they are going to ask us. The next topic is beta oxides of nitrogen. Oxides of nitrogen, right? Please note down this one, the first heading. I want to dictate here everything.